All right, so here you are, fresh out of the egg, just hatched, and already knee-deep in the kind of job that most people would give anything to avoid: rolling poop. Yeah, that wasn't on your bucket list, was it? You didn't wake up one morning thinking, today's the day I'm going to roll poop for a living. But surprise, that's your new reality. Congratulations, you're a dung beetle. And let me tell you, life as a dung beetle is about as glamorous as it sounds. It's dirty, it's gritty, and to be honest, if you're lucky, the most impressive thing about your day will be your uncanny ability to roll poop into neat little balls. So here's your life. No need for a grand vision, no big choices. You hatch inside a dung ball and your first meal is literally just the mound you came out of. Oh yeah, the beginning of your existence is spent munching on your own home. That's right. Imagine someone telling you, you know that place where you live? Yeah, that's your lunch now. Escape? Nah, not an option. You're stuck. This is your life now. Rolling dung. You might have dreams. Maybe you think about being a butterfly or a ladybug, something with wings and elegance, but nope, you're here to roll poop, so get used to it. There's no escaping your destiny, and don't even bother trying to make sense of it, because it's not going to happen. All right, kid, now that you're out of the egg, it's time to grow up. No pressure, right? Just a tiny little beetle with a massive task ahead of you. Your first job? Survive. And you know what survival means for you. Eating your body weight in dung. It's like a non-stop buffet of excrement. Honestly, it's a miracle you're even able to keep it down. But hey, that's your existence now. Dung for breakfast, dung for lunch, and dung for dinner. There's no escape from this. The sooner you accept it, the better. Your mom, who, let's be honest, is more here than present in your life, didn't exactly give you a warm welcome. But what do you expect? She's busy too. She's rolling her own poop ball somewhere, trying to find the biggest, juiciest pile she can roll. No time for emotional bonding. You're pretty much on your own. If you make it, great. If not, there's always another beetle ready to take your place. By the way, here's a fun fact. Dung beetles, like you, are born with a pretty intense sense of smell. You can detect dung from miles away. Yeah, you're basically a poop-sniffing machine. And let's be real, you don't even get the chance to pretend you're a normal insect. You are a poop connoisseur, a dung artist. And guess what? You'll be spending the rest of your life making sure that nothing goes to waste. Literally. You'll spend your days doing what you do best, rolling and pushing poop. In fact, you'll get so good at it, it'll almost be second nature. You might even get a sense of pride from it. But mostly, it's just about survival. You'll find a ball, roll it, and drag it to your designated safe spot, which, let's be honest, could be anywhere, as long as it's far enough from predators. And it's not glamorous, but it is your life now. In fact, you'll become so good at this, you'll even forget that you once had any other aspirations. It's all about poop. All right, things are getting serious now. You're not a baby anymore. You're a full-fledged juvenile, and that means you've got to prove your worth. And guess how you do that? You guessed it, by rolling bigger, better dung balls than any other beetle in the area. Congratulations, you're officially in competition. This is the Hunger Games of the insect world, but instead of fighting to the death, you're fighting for poop supremacy. Yeah, this is your life now. You're going to spend hours, days, weeks, maybe even months just rolling poop. But you're going to get really good at it. How? Well, you'll practice, and oh yeah, you'll fail. A lot. You'll try to push that dung ball up a hill, only to have it roll back down. You'll lose it in the grass, get distracted by some other beetle's poop, or worse, get it stolen by a more ambitious competitor. Here's the catch, though. The big prize for all this poop rolling? A mate. That's right. You don't just get the satisfaction of rolling the best poop ball. You get to mate with a female beetle, and that's the ultimate reward for all your hard work. To do this, you'll need to make sure your dung ball is bigger than everyone else's. If it's not, well, you might as well pack it up and go home. Oh, and let's talk about the females for a second. They're not exactly what you'd call easy to impress. They're picky, for one thing. They're not just looking for a nice shiny ball of dung. They want the biggest, freshest, most nutrient-dense pile they can find. You might think that's no big deal, but trust me, finding the perfect dung is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Fresh dung is rare, and they know it. So if you're lucky enough to find the perfect pile, good luck protecting it. Rival beetles are always lurking, ready to swoop in and steal your dung. What a delightful life, right? So, you've made it this far. You're an adult now. You've got a few tricks up your sleeve, and you're probably starting to think, maybe this whole poop rolling thing isn't so bad. Except, it is that bad, because this is your peak. This is as good as it gets. You get to roll your dung ball, impress a female beetle mate, and hope to God that your larvae survive long enough to grow up and repeat the whole depressing cycle. Ah, legacy. How nice. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The world is still out to get you. Predators are lurking, rival beetles are waiting for you to slip up, and let's not forget, your whole existence is tied to poop. At least you'll get to die knowing you were really, really good at it. And maybe that's enough. Maybe. Probably not, though. You might think, maybe I'll retire soon, settle down with a nice little dung ball and live out my days in peace. Yeah, right. That's not going to happen. You've got one job and one job only. Keep rolling. And even though you'll eventually succeed, it's still poop. All day. Every day. There is no end. Ah, mating. The ultimate reward for all your hard work. Or should I say, lack of work. It's really just about the dung ball at this point. You roll it, show it off, and hope it's bigger than the other guys. If it's big enough, the female will be like, all right, I guess you're good enough for me. And just like that, you're a winner. You get to mate. For a brief moment, you feel like maybe, just maybe, your life has meaning. But let's not kid ourselves. You're not winning any Nobel Prizes here. Now, for the female, things get even worse. She doesn't just have to find good dung, she has to protect it. From predators, from rival beetles, from everything that could destroy her precious dung ball. She lays her eggs inside it and then hopes for the best. And let's be real, hope isn't exactly a great survival strategy. Life as a dung beetle is about as harsh as it sounds. But hey, if you're lucky, the larvae will survive. If you're not lucky, they'll end up as lunch for something else. This is the fate of your legacy. Wonderful, isn't it? And here we are, the end. You've done your job, rolled your dung, mated, and now, well, now it's time for the grand finale. You'll die. Or worse, be eaten by something faster, stronger, or more clever. Some predators might swoop down and scoop you up before you even have a chance to roll another ball. Or maybe you'll just get squashed under the foot of some oblivious mammal. If you're lucky, maybe your larvae will survive, and the cycle will continue. But let's be honest, it's just a never-ending loop of poop rolling and dying. You're not even important enough for someone to notice when you're gone. You'll just disappear, another lifeless beetle who couldn't escape the grim fate of a dung-rolling existence. But here's the truly dark part. Even if you manage to survive and live out a full, fulfilled life, the ultimate truth remains. You're still just one beetle in a sea of dung beetles. You'll never be remembered. Your strength, forgotten. Your effort, invisible. All your rolling and rolling will lead to the same sad outcome. You'll die in a pile of dung, just like you lived. So here's the final crushing truth. You, my dung beetle friend, were born to roll poop. But don't get too down about it. At least you're good at something. Not many creatures can say that. You're rolling dung like a pro. And when you look back on your life, at least you can say I was the best at it.